your very own LaShae, aka Shay, your host. Thank you. And today I have a special guest host with me, my very own little sister, LaToria Alexis. You guys remember her from the previous show or a couple weeks back with being a BBW model. Today she's gonna guest host with me. So let's get started. Let's go to the chair and I'm gonna share the tea with her. Hey guys, welcome to the show. My co-host, my very own little sissy, LaToria Alexis. I can leave.
I'm dead. No.
Okay, so I wanted her to be my co-host today, so I'm not doing the interview, so she's gonna be chiming in, giving her own little points. You see, she got her cue cards too. Okay, you actually look fabulous. Don't come on my show stunting over me. Okay. She's like, I can't help it. Right. Okay, so before we get into that, let's get into my weekly tea. So you know I do kind of like my weekly tea or my check-in. So guys, I had joined Facebook dating. And that's something new for me because you know me, I don't do stuff like that. A friend suggested, we're not going to mention any names because I want to protect her because she's doing it as well. And I was like, you know what, it's free. Let me try and see what happens. So I end up going on, and how it works is if you like a picture, they kind of put it to the archives and see if that person likes your picture as well. So it's like if I like the picture and he likes my picture, then we're considered a match. And then they kind of like match you guys up and see whoever wants to, I guess, take the first step of reaching out, that person can. So I'm kind of uncomfortable even liking pictures because I feel like I'm old school and I don't want men to know that I like them. It's like, no, you need to reach out to me. Right. So my thing is, I like the picture, but I don't reach out as far as like the instant messaging first. I let them do that. Anyway, I like the picture. Some guy likes mine. We're a match. He reaches out to me. Hey, sexy. So what is your first thing when you think of hey, sexy, when somebody reaches out to you?
That they just want sex. That's really like, it. Because it's more sexual. Like, oh, okay, you enticed me. Like,
yeah, you know? Seriously. And then I'm like, hey, thank you for the compliment. How are you? He's like, I'm great. How tall are you? And I'm like, I'm 5'10". Now let me tell you something. My profile clearly states how tall I am. Right. So I'm thinking in my mind like,
oh, and he can't read.
So either you can't read or this is just small talk. Maybe. Right. But I'm new to the game, y'all, too. So I'm maybe not as patient as I should be. So I'm like, why didn't you ask how tall I was? He's like, I just want to see, like, kind of get a visual of how you would look and whatever. And then he says, awesome, baby. And well, what'd you think if somebody calls you baby after they called you sexy?
Oh, you trying to cuff me already?
Like, seriously. So it's like coming on strong, right?
Right.
So then I proceed to ask him, do you call every woman you've met for the first time baby? Girl, he must have went in on me talking about, you sound like a piece of S, and I don't talk to every girl. I'm talking to you. And you know what? I shouldn't even reach down and blah, blah. And I was like, as soon as I read you sound like a piece of ass, I screamed laughing. Like it was so funny because I was like, this is so new, right?
Oh, he
like,
mad.
He mad. So then I was like, LOL, wow, I'm sorry you feel that way. It was just a question. But I thank the Lord, he's so good for showing me right away how crazy you are.
Yes. Reveal.
So I blocked him, but obviously I didn't block him fast enough for him to send me another message before the block went through. And he proceeds to tell me how I'm a sorry person of a black woman, and I'm just, girl, he went
why
in.
You gotta be all that?
I'm a sorry black woman. He feels sorry for me. Nobody's gonna ever date me. Like he just went in on me. I said, okay, this is why I don't do the online dating, baby girl. As B. Simone would say. Like it was just too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my tea for the week. I'm done. I'm waiting on Jesus. I can't do it. Y'all turn me off. Let's just wait on the Lord. I'm done. What do you think?
I think that you handled it the way that I would have. You know, actually, no.
Let's be honest.
Right?
Like, no.
You're a lot nicer than I am, because as soon as he would have said sexy and all that, you know, I'm very sarcastic, and you know, I know how to kind of go, oh, wait, you just made me feel stupid, or you just made me look stupid. Like, oh, you caught on to that. Okay.
Okay.
So it's just like, with him going off and stuff like that, but you know what? I think you need to realize that you're probably frustrated because clearly your lines don't work with anyone. And that's why you're still here. and that's why you're getting mad at me because you're still not gonna get this. So, God bless. You know,
she hit him with the God bless. When somebody hits you with the God bless, that means it's like, yeah, bro, you ain't coming back from this one.
Right. Or I make them feel stupid. Like, you know what? I wasn't trying to say all that. You know, I actually was just a little concerned about your mental health. Like, and so then they're just like, oh, my bad, Ma. Like,
no, don't reel me back in with the Ma. I can't stand that. My name is not Ma. Okay?
Only person that should be calling you mother is Trey.
Yes, in the future, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you know what? I'm done talking about that. But this is the funny part. I actually screenshot that conversation and put it on my Facebook. Kind of put him on blast.
What do people say?
People went in on him like, next, he's a bum, all this. Everybody went in. My brother was like, my older brother, he was like, he's clearly hurt and fragile.
Right, it's not you.
It's here. I was like, you right, bro. You right. I was like, dang, he fragile.
Have you seen that movie? He's just not that into you.
Yeah,
she's just not that into you.
Yeah, seriously. And I was like, but God is so good, Tori, because every time anybody approaches me, my mindset is always like, Lord, reveal to me right away if they crazy and if he's not it. Because it's just like, it just saves a lot of drama.
Like your drug dealer.
He at least he lasts for 24 hours.
That's true.
This dude didn't even last 15 minutes. I'm like, Lord, you real quick. Like, he like, LaShae, stop it.
He's like,
I'm done. Yeah, he's like, I'm done. Stop. So I was like, amen. You show me right away. I'm going to be obedient and I'm just, amen. So
right.
I can't be mad. I prayed that. I cannot be mad at Jesus. I prayed that prayer.
Sure.
He showed me right away, right? So it's like,
be careful what you pray for.
I love that. I'm
just saying he clearly works. So
right. What you pray for. Exactly. So in saying that, we're done with that. I put him on blast, and I said he better watch out because when I become real big, I'm gonna put him on blast again. So you're gonna get on blast twice, okay?
Right.
Talking about black women. Don't ever talk about no black women. We are beautiful, okay?
All that.
Anyway, so let's get into this topic.
Okay.
So today I want to talk about friendship deal breakers, and I was like, who better to join me and be my co-host as my little sister, because we clearly went through some crazy friends, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
So let's share our top 3 and see if we have some similar top 3s, and let's discuss them, okay? So give me your first. Let's start from 3 and go up. So what is your
3, 2, 1?
Yeah. So what is your number 3?
My number 3 is someone that's dirty, like their hygiene.
Oh.
You didn't see that coming.
No. But you know what? As a woman, that's a turn off. Like, I can't. Why you stink? I should not be able to smell you.
Yeah.
So why is that a deal breaker for you?
That's a deal breaker for me because I'm huge on like self-love, and I truly believe that if you don't take care of yourself hygiene wise, you clearly don't care about yourself. And I don't have time. We got to start all the way from things that we learned in junior high, elementary, really. We too old. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't help you. I'm a very helpful person. I'm someone that really builds up my friends. I'm gonna have to work with you way too much. Like,
girl, I'm gonna have to put that in there because I didn't. You know why I didn't think of that? Because obviously it's like
you don't deal with that.
You should take care of yourself.
Yeah.
When it comes to cleanliness.
I've not dealt with that. It's just like someone has approached me and it's like, you are so fun. We need to hang out. And it's like,
oh, it's the breath.
No, it was like we need to hang out, and then it was like she put her arm around me. And it was a
she
lot.
Just hit you with the 360, like
it was just
all of it.
It was just like
you was in shock.
And you know me, like I can't hide my face. So she's like, why are you looking like that?
I think our whole family has that issue. We can't hide our face.
So it was just like, oh, it's nothing. It was nice meeting you. And you just keep going. But or most times I do actually tell, because it's happened to me a couple of times. But I do normally be like, you know what, sweetheart, I'm going to say something that your friends haven't told you. You smell, or however I say it. But I've actually taken someone in the bathroom, and I'm huge on hygiene. So I keep like Summer's Eve, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste in my purse. Mm-hmm. So.
You know what they call that?
What?
A whole bag.
Oh. I'm a clean one.
Oh my goodness. See, this is why. Oh my God. Lord help us, Jesus. Jesus. See, okay, I was not. Yours might be really funny. Mine is more like on the serious.
So what's your 3?
So my top 3 is. It's like I have a slash. So it's like disrespectful / two-faced. I'm all about respect, and how you talk to somebody is a big thing for me, because I feel like the only time I should ever get in a heated argument is with my family, because I feel like family can hit those buttons that no one else can really hit.
Right.
And then you can have those disagreements and heated conversations, but with family, you know, you forgive one another and you move on. But I feel like with friends, it's almost like you're putting your best foot forward, not to hurt someone's feelings, and you watch your tone, how you talk to them.
Right.
So my whole thing is like, when you're talking to me disrespectfully, it's like I get to the point where I shut down and I'm like, you know what? You're not a person I want in my life, because I just can't. I'm not about the back and forth. I've done that for so many years that I'm at a point of a place of peace in my life where I want to just strictly be about peace. So when it comes to all that two-faced disrespect, back and forth, I gotta cut you off.
Plus, you know, your sister a fighter, so that.
I'm saying. like I said, I'm about to be 35 and you're 28. So it's like you.
I'm just gonna put ages on.
I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna edit that out. You're in your 20s and I'm in my mid 30s. Yeah, I'm in my mid 30s. But you know, that's a whole different
show.
look good. Thank you. I ain't got time. I'm a whole mother. Like, I ain't got time to be arguing with you. I argue with my 6-year-old. I ain't got time to be arguing with you.
You shouldn't even be arguing with him.
Girl, but you know how your nephew is.
Right.
You know how he
so
is.
Smart.
He's too smart. Okay, so what's your number 2?
My number 2 is someone that is jealous.
Oh, we
that?
have, well, you remember how I told you to write down 5 just in case?
Right.
But that was like my number 4. So that's like something we have in common.
Okay. Yeah, someone that is jealous, and I mean like someone that really can't be genuinely happy for you. Like, there's always going to be a point in time that one person may be doing better than the other. That's life. So just as I would cheer for you during your best and your highest, and knowing the struggle that you went through to get to where you're at, even if I'm down in the dumps, I'm still going to praise and like, good job, friend, like, you know, all those things. But if you can't do the same for me, then it's clear that
it's a one-sided.
It is very one-sided, and I've had to cut off people for that too.
Right. Okay. I mean, I don't do jealousy well either. I feel like as a friend, why be jealous? You should want your friend to do, and I shouldn't say do better, because I don't think it's a competition, but whatever they want to inspire in life to do, you should encourage them, and you should want to see their dreams come true, and whatnot. So yeah, that jealousy, and it just don't look good. It's not attractive.
Right.
So my number 2 is a liar. Girl, that lying, I can't do no liar.
I took that off, but yeah.
You took that off?
I took one off because it depends on what kind of lie. Like, because
it's a lie. It don't matter. Like, if it's like, no girl, you cute, and it's like, but no, don't have me looking crazy in these
streets. But if I look like, you know, and I look like, you know, I'm happy, like, clearly I like my outfit, and you like, don't like it, but you don't like it, and it's like, okay, I like that color. So it's just like, don't care my, you know, don't rain on my parade. I like, yeah.
But a liar, like somebody who's blatantly lying in your face. And honestly, like, I'm thinking, like, I'm trying to think of an example of that, because I'm like, where would a person even lie in my face? It's not like we have anything has been going on for you to clearly lie, so it might be a lie like that. But for me, just a liar, period.
Right.
Like, you're just lying. And then I have a lot of slashes, so it's like lie / thief. Like, you lying and you stealing. Like,
thief was my number 1.
I can't. That's your number 1?
That's my number 1.
Now, have you got something stolen from you before for you to put that down as a
Yes. When I was in high school, there was a girl, I don't even call her my friend. No, there was a girl, Destiny, that
she put her name out there. What's her last name? So Destiny in high school, what she steal from you?
She stole money, and actually, technically, she stole it from mommy, because
she stole from my mama.
We were supposed to.
We don't like you, Destiny.
But you know what? I'm not surprised, because she stole her mom's Porsche and would come over to our house, And, you know,
she was a mess.
Yeah, so we were supposed to drop off the gardener's money. You know, he used to live like a couple of houses up. He wasn't home, so mommy was like, just bring the money back. And so I was like, okay, no problem. So I left it on daddy's desk. And we were like, where's that money? I'm like, Mom, no, I know I put it right here. Like,
how much was it?
It was just the $25. It was just for the gardener.
But even though it was $5, it's like,
right.
I feel like.
But what made me mad, like what made me the worst about everything, you know how mommy is. And at the time, because she was going through certain things, mommy bought her like all these school clothes and stuff like that, and we went on like this huge like camping trip together. And
so
mommy
she included her.
Yeah, because she was like, wait, you have to do this. She's like, well, my mom doesn't come home till Sunday, and so she bought. We went to Old Navy. You know, not Old Navy be having those sales, but still, it's not cheap.
Right.
So it was just like she bought her like all the clothes for the weekend plus some school clothes, and she stole that money. And I'm just like, okay. So
yeah, we don't like Destiny stealing from my mama after she worked so hard and got you some school clothes.
Right.
I'm surprised you didn't have this down on one of your top threes because you and I went through this together. My number one is coming on to my significant other.
I was going to put that, and then I was like, I haven't had someone come on to mine, you know?
Yeah.
So, and also, I just really tried to imagine me having someone like that in my life. Like, I felt like that almost went with stealing. Like, you know, in a sense, even jealousy, I feel like that kind of touched on that too. So it's such a broad, you know, thing that goes so many categories. I was like, no, that's not deep enough.
Okay. So for me, a little background, me and my sister's best friend was sleeping with my ex-husband. Right. And I'm very public about it, but not in a sense to embarrass my ex-husband because it's just, I mean, he made a mistake. Some mistakes I feel like still shouldn't be made, but he made a mistake and we're over that part of our lives. Right. We're cool now, whatever. But at that time, it was just hurtful. You know, and you lost a best friend and I was upset with it. Her and I are cool now. We talk. I can't say the same for you two. I don't know how the relationship is, but it's clear that I needed to forgive her and move on with my life. So that's just the journey that God had presented to me to have the opportunity for us to talk about it. And I feel like in time, he'll give you guys the same opportunity, right? But in saying that, I don't want no one around my man, and this is, I don't even got a man, but this is just for the future. Who's a little inappropriate, you know what I mean? Or just who's inappropriate with my family members, like with my cousin's husband or anybody who is my family, who is married. Don't be disrespectful. Right. It's okay to give a compliment, but you're giving too many compliments over there, and I'm gonna check you. Like, okay, girl, we heard that his sweater was cute. We heard he smelled good. You giving too many compliments. Like, don't be coming on to no family member of mine or mine's myself. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get into our last two because I said do 5. So give me your 4 and 5. Go ahead.
I put like someone that doesn't respect themselves. Like
just real
like they just really just out there. Like just like, I mean, even with their body, and I mean, people choose to do what they want to do with their body, and that's fine for them. But in my personal circle, I'm a huge believer in birds of a feather flock together. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, yeah, you might not be out there as much as your friend at that time, but I don't even want with someone that it's just free with their body and just free with, like, you know, it is what it is and things like that, because I don't want people to ever think that of me, and that's just because of the place that I hold myself. So it's just like we can be cordial, you know, all power to you and whatever you want to do for yourself. But the image that I want for myself, and I pride myself on being like, my name is not in very many men's mouth. That's just something that I am huge like.
Yes, girl.
You can never say that we ever was none of that.
Now you can say that I did some wrong stuff, but I was never a hoe. Right. Yes. Okay. Number 5.
Number 5 is I don't like. This is the only way I can phrase it. Is people that are copiers, like copy me. So like, ooh, Tori wear this outfit, I'm gonna wear this too. Like they trying to copy your style, try to be you. Yeah, because it's like, there's one thing to admire your friend, because there's certain things that is just like, like for instance, again, with me and my best friend with her pole fitness, is that, you know what, she inspired me to do it too. One, because fitness, but it's like something that I've always wanted to do too. But
you ain't trying to be a pole instructor like her,
right? And it's just like, it's really more so be an individual. Like, I need friends, just like in a relationship, I need you to bring something to me. If you're constantly just following what I am doing and not giving me a different output on things, a different outlet. I already had someone like that when we were growing up, even in church, and it was just like, I would wear certain earrings, and then she came with the same exact earrings, and I would try to talk to this person, she tried to talk to it was just like, you
oh wow, just doing too
we're
much.
doing far too much, like far too much. So I don't like that.
So my last two was I put jealousy, that was my number 4, and then I put, this is repeating itself, so I'm gonna probably just think of something else, but I did put disrespecting my family. I'm the kind of person, like when it comes to my family, I don't care if we are best friends, I just can't get with somebody who blatantly disrespects my family. Like, it takes me a long time, I wouldn't say to forgive, but to even be on a level of you like we were before, because I feel like that's my family, and you might not see eye to eye with my family, but I don't go around disrespecting your family, you know, so don't do it to mine. So I'm like that. And you already know, we already had our conversations about that, but don't disrespect my family.
Right.
Like, you talking about my family, saying something about their family, you saying stuff that you can't take back. And this is the thing, you can always apologize, but you just cannot take those words back.
Right, and that's what we were raised on, though.
Yeah, like, you just can't take, that is still embedded in someone's mind. And then too, depending on what you say, you don't know how that person's taking in their psyche and their mental, and even if you apologize, they're still probably replaying it in their minds. So just don't disrespect my family.
No,
like,
seriously.
You know what I'm saying? So
especially that's a huge point, is that when someone says something, it's just,
you can't take it back.
You can't, and people don't understand that.
Another thing is, and wrapping it up, another thing is a one-sided friendship. So I cannot stand when I'm the one clearly making an initiative to call, make plans for us to hang out, and this and this and this and that, and then it's like, if we never talk, it's because I didn't pick up the phone and call you,
right,
or I didn't text you, or I cannot stand one-sided friendships.
Right.
I'm that kind of person, like, I'm like tit for tat, like, and I get that you might not be that type of person, but I feel like you need to learn to be that type of person, right, because people don't want to feel like they're the only ones fighting for any kind of relationship by themselves. So you want to hang with me, girl, hit me up.
You don't have no idea. Ooh.
I can't, like,
you're really talking to me right now, because
seriously, I can't stand that. Like, if we call ourselves friends, it's a give and take relationship. Call me sometime, talk to me sometime.
Yeah, you feel like you bugging after a while too. It's just like, clearly you don't want to hear
and girl, I've gotten to the place where it's like, I just stop calling folks. I'm like, let me see if this is really real. And when I stop calling and hitting up folks, girl, I'm down 2 friends and a cousin. Okay?
No, seriously, I've been there, and then it's like when you randomly be like, you know what? Let me just see what they say. If I'm gonna go ahead and send out one more message. Where you been? The phone works both ways. You have my number. I have your, just like you. I have your number. Oh, I really needed to talk to you last week. I didn't get a call last week.
Right. If you needed to talk, you would have called me.
That's crazy.
Girl, bye. So, in wrapping it up, what can you give our audience a takeaway about friendships?
Don't rush it, because honestly, some people, especially right now with everything that's going on, they're lonely. Don't rush a friendship. The people that are supposed to be in your life.
I'm just lonely, y'all. I need a friend.
I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm like, don't rush it. It's just like the people that are supposed to be meant to be in your life are going to be in your life. Just like any relationship, the person that is meant to be with you is going to be with you. It has to be authentic. It has to be give and take. Someone that is always going to be your ride or die. Just like my girl Bree and my girl Ashley.
I love Bree. That's my girl.
So they're definitely both of my ride or dies. Those are 2 people that I would never ever be without, because they've proven to me time and time again that they're really there for me.
Well, amen. Well, we love y'all. And Sissy, how did you like being my co-host?
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to get too used to because I'm just like, I'm comfortable.
Yeah, don't get too used to it.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm going to say this. If the viewers like her, hey, we might have you on the show more. I always tell my viewers and my audience, like, give us some input, give us some comments. Like, bring Tori back, whatever. So, yeah. If they like you, we'll bring you back. But don't get too comfortable.
Okay. See your show.
And on that note, we love y'all. See y'all later.
Bye.
Just tell me when you're ready. When you're ready. When you're ready. Ready, 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 ready.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Powder Room Show. It is your host, the very own. Take two.
Yes.
Are we in good framing and all that?
Scoot your chair up just a little bit, booty. In. Okay.
Topic is deal breakers in friendships. In friendships, I was gonna say relationships as well, but
Okay.
let's just keep it straight friends.
Pause real quick. Give me you said, okay, I'm done. Sometimes I need a bigger pause in between transitions to
Okay.
make it easier to edit. And then, ask her opinion about the weekly tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, just in time for that. You-
I'm still clearly mad. I'm still upset. There was this girl in high school
Oh, God.
that she
I'm sorry. Get it together. Oh, la. Help us, Jesus. Okay.